Right. This is like live action. Oh, sorry, kids. Sorry, kids. That's why I'm over here a little bit because he was right there, and now I fucked it up anyway. But no, it was a particulated thinkoid which has arrived within my consciousness very recently, and so all it was a phone call from a number that I didn't know. I don't like numbers that I don't know. I don't. Occasionally I forget to save them. And it was a +44 one, which is quite often if I am swapping numbers with someone, I know mine because it's pretty easy, and I just get them to prank me, and then I've got their number. I don't need to type it. I occasionally forget to save those names, particularly when they text, because I know who they are by the text. Literally, I will scroll through a load of fucking text going, there, I bet you do it as well. I bet you've done this one. I'll scroll through a load of fucking text and see this fucking number, but I can tell by what they've written, like, cheers mate, I'll think, yeah, is it whatever that starts with, I think, yeah, that was the last text they sent. So I have done that one. So then what I did do was I looked up the number on my phone, because it rung and it didn't leave a message. I'm not answering it, I don't know who that is. And it didn't leave a message, and I don't like that. Straight away I'm thinking, who the fuck are you then? Why won't you leave a message? Why you want to fucking ring me and not leave a message? And it sets me off. It does set me off, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's why I'm having to make a fucking video about it. Because it's the sort of thing that people would just rationalise about how fucking ridiculous it was and tell you to just not think it anymore. And you can't do that. It doesn't happen. So I'm making this to, like, I don't know, maybe talk people through it in a little way of what actually goes on. So I looked in my message history, not my message history, the number history, because you can, like, press on the number. And it will tell you if they called a few months ago and that sort of thing. So I should know if there'd been like one missed call or something, a previous missed call, and I'd sort of think, and if it said, I don't know, 2 weeks ago at fucking 2 o'clock, you think, hang on, I was at work then. Oh, I met such and such, da-da-da-da, that kind of thing, right? But I know I always used to do this when I got them. I used to go on this, there's a company called, I think it's Tellos, and you just put the number in, and I was forever, because I used to get a lot of them, and I was forever ringing, copy and pasting the numbers and putting them into that teller, just put them into the internet. And then quite often you don't even fucking need to. Sometimes just the little bio thing or whatever it's called underneath the header just tells you enough. It's like, oh, this company would not leave me alone, da da da, and it's telesales. But then sometimes it isn't. There's been quite a few numbers where it isn't, and that's why I don't want to risk doing it. Because the thing is, it's like I get into a thing of just go, well, just check it then, and then it'll be fine. And then I don't want to check it in principle because I'm thinking it shouldn't fucking matter. Why am I letting it get to me? It's only a fucking phone call. It doesn't fucking matter who they are. It doesn't fucking matter. So the phone rang, you don't know who it was. It doesn't need to mean anything. So I'm battling with that because that's what I'm supposed to react like. Someone who's not that arsed about anything, someone who's at peace with themselves, go, so whatever, and they wouldn't buy into it and all that sort of stuff. So I know I'm not supposed to, so then I'm battling with that. But then that becomes an obsession that won't fucking leave me alone. And it's that becomes an obsession that won't fucking leave me alone. But then the fact that I have an obsession that won't fucking leave me alone makes me feel down about myself, which becomes an obsession that won't leave me alone. It won't leave me alone. And yeah, I've tried meditation, I've tried loads of stuff. If I tried those things and they'd worked, I wouldn't be sitting here. So what I did was I took to Facebook. And I've ridiculised myself. I don't know if people have seen it. My mate saw it, and I think he put a laughing smiley because he knows what I'm like. And I think my favourite human, she often says, I read things out in your voice when it's on Facebook, and I know when you're joking. She said to me before, sometimes I seem a little bit contentious, and she's like, I know when you're taking the piss, but that did seem a little bit like, or some people might see it that way. She's, so you would need to know me. So I put that in the post, so you can literally imagine me in my rant voice. Because it's more, there's probably not that many people that know me for it, but those that do just go, your rants are fucking hilarious. And sometimes I can just be actually fucking angry about something, the principle of something. And it's the funniness of it. It's like, it was the voicemail thing. It's like, excuse me, you fucking rang me. Why the fuck do I need to waste my fucking time listening to a load of fucking bullshit? You're the one that fucking rang me. Right? I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't give a fuck if I don't talk to you. I really fucking don't give a fuck if I don't talk to you. You fucking expected me to drop whatever the fuck I was doing just because the phone fucking rang when you wanted to speak to me. So why the fuck do I have to be the one that put my fucking self out? And it's like a Mikey Logic fucking principle. I fucking mean what I say in a lot of ways. I do mean what I say. I fucking hate voicemails. I hate ringing phones. I always fucking have. Always fucking have. Like, ring, ring. Actually, no, I haven't always hated. I used to run for the phone. Before mobiles, when I was a kid, I used to run for the phone. Like, everyone ran for the phone. Everyone runs for the phone. People get out of the bath. People used to get out of the bath. I have got out of the bath. I don't think anyone would these days, because they'll like probably got the phone in the bath and they can see who's calling. Or they're WhatsApping someone from the bath. Many a bath time I've spent WhatsApping people. So I suppose it was different then. But I just think there was something so fucking rude about a phone ringing. Like, if we need to talk, you know, if I'm texting a lot and texts are getting long, if I'm in a chat with someone and it's actually working as a chat where you're both watching telly or something, but if I've spent more than 10 or 15 minutes doing that, I'll probably just ring them because I can talk to them. That sort of thing, that's fine. Or if someone says I'll give you a call later and I'm expecting a call, if the phone rings and I can see the name, that's fine, I'll answer it. If I'm not doing anything, if it rings in my pocket when I'm doing something, I don't give a fuck about it. It's fucking ringing, mate, I don't care. Because I always know, because I'm not that busy at all, so I always know if a call's fucking important. I don't do much that's fucking important. I really don't do anything important. But it just bugs the fuck out of me. Because then if I don't know who it was, that bugs the fuck out of me. And then I want to ring them. But then I feel fucking angry. And then I feel angry about the fact that I'm going through all of this when my phone rang twice. And it's just stuff like that that's bugging me under the fucking surface. And that can just go on. That can go on for days. Shit like that. It can. So I've been, literally thinking of doing things differently. I'm like, I know I've said CBT doesn't work on me because they talk about that we think, we feel, we act. And I've always said, well, I fucking feel my thoughts and I act without thinking. I fucking do. I literally do. I throw things down when I'm not using them anymore, when they're not something that's supposed to be thrown down when you're not using it anymore. And I don't realise I've done it. I throw cutlery on the floor when I've finished eating and stuff. I do very random fucking shit like that a lot of the time. So my actions are erratic and unthinking. Anyway, the basic, there's one of them where they talk about the stop, the hand and all that, and I'm like, what about when that hand's been smashing itself into your fucking head saying fucking stop? I know how to say stop. I know how to will myself to stop. It's when that doesn't fucking work. But the principle is that you go, all right, it's fucking horrible, and then all of this happens, and so it's like, well, what can you start doing differently? What can you start doing differently? Because I was always like this. Like I said, years ago, I used to get paranoid, and then I'd be fucking cunting myself off because I'm being paranoid. Because that's what society teaches you to think about someone who's paranoid. If you're paranoid, you're a cunt. I very rarely hear the word paranoid without the word cunt after it. I fucking very rarely do. You fucking paranoid cunt. They just seem to go together. Paranoia is fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. And the other thing about paranoia is that a lot of people don't know is that they think that it exists when the person thinks that something bad has happened when it hasn't, or whatever. And that can be very true. But it can also exist when the person knows for an absolute fucking fact that it isn't happening. But they're still feeling as if it is. And that's the bit that's difficult to explain, because you're thinking, well, how can that feeling exist without the attached thought? And that's where it gets complicated, and that's why you can't cure people in a nightclub. It's true. It's difficult to explain. That doesn't mean it's not happening. A lot of people don't understand it because it's difficult to understand. But they think that just because they don't understand it, it's automatically wrong because it sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous in their phenomenological framework, how they understand things, how they interpret things, which is what's all topsy-turvicated inside myself is my phenomenology. My phenomenology ain't what it once was. Actually, it is what it once was, and that's the fucking problem. Yeah, so like whenever I've done videos, it's helped. I wrote on Facebook and I literally said, I'm ridiculizing my open self upon you to take the power out of it. To take the power out of it and go, yeah, I'm fucking stupid. I feel fucking stupid that I'm letting this fucking get to me at the point where I'm nagging and it's nagging away at me and I want to fucking have a go at him. So literally, you've reduced me to having some sort of imaginary fucking go at you over Facebook in the hope that you'll stop ringing. But then I still want you to. I said because I want to rip your fucking ears off, but I also should have said because I want to know who you are. Who you fucking are. Why have you got my number? And why are you calling me? And that's the thing that will keep coming back. And the thing that I know is ridiculous and stupid. And I tell it to go away. But it doesn't. And no, I don't just tell it to go away once. It can drive me mad for ages. And it's ridiculous and stupid. And it just makes me think, yeah, this is why I can't handle a relationship. So I know I would never handle one. Not right now. Much as I want to. Much as I want to. It's like my heart's never in it. My heart's never going to be in it. Because I just think, yeah, what about when all the paranoid shit happens? Because, quite frankly, sometimes when the paranoid shit's happened in relationships, I've often reflected and thought, you know, when you have that sort of quiet period of a couple of days, maybe not seeing each other because things have got a bit funny. And yes, it is usually before you split up. But I often think they've been at work and distracting, whatever. If I've tried to phone them, they've been like a little impatient and busy or whatever. Or if I've caught up with them, their phone's been ringing and they're in a rush going somewhere. And everything that I've been doing has been fucking living that situation and the principle of the fucking thing. Been and something is bugging the fuck out of me and I can't let it go. I can't. I can fucking put every ounce of pressure into everything that I fucking am into trying to stop and trying everything that's supposed to help it stop, and it's still there. That's how bad I can get. That's how bad I can get. So I'm scared of that. I'm scared of having to go through that. I'm scared of having to go through that. Of just that uncertainty and all that weird, that misreading of everything, and it's just the uncertainty. Because I know it makes me come across like a paranoid cunt, and it's not. It's always been schizoid, not paranoid. It's what it's been. It's what it's been. It's that fear of the uncertainty, and it just throws me and I look panicked. I know I do. I feel it. Feel it in my face. So it's what I'm working on. And this is one way of doing it. And that was the point I was going to make about CBT was, or DBT or whatever, is that, you know, to change. And I'm trying something. And I'm sure if I went to a group and said I got paranoid, and like 10 minutes, you know, they would, if I told them that happened, they would say, right, so how soon after it happened did you write the post? They'd ask me which one I did first. They'd explore it, as they call it. And they'd say, how soon after it did you write the post? Well, about 10 minutes. And what would normally be happening if you hadn't have written it? And that sort of thing. They'd explore it with me. So that's why I thought I'd share it, because I don't know. I don't think I'm obsessing over it like I would be already. And maybe it was writing about it, maybe it was talking about it. Time's cracking on. That's the end of this video. And it's not going to be a series either.